I'm Rohan Nair. I worked in Gram Vikas, Odisha, and my work was to make robot with kids. So often I'm asked that, why did you do this project? Why were you making robot with kids? So my usual answer to them is that it's better to make robot with kids rather to make a robot of them. As a victim of Indian education system, I would like to say that education has really degraded in India, and a tribal place like Odisha, where education has no value, where you have to strike a deal to a farmer to send his kid to a school. How can we make education interesting? How can we make education more fun? How can we make learnings something like science, which nobody takes in Odisha? How can we make it more fun? So yeah, my journey throughout the fellowship was not actually creating science wizards, but yeah, creating rural innovators and making them understand that a thing like science can be fun when you do and easier. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zeena Tinwala. I worked in rural Orissa, to be specific in a tribal forest. To tell you the not so good part of this fellowship, I was living in a region where there was 2G. If there was electricity, water and network at the same time, it was genuinely a party, and that was very rare. So basically, for a girl who for 22 years of her life lived in her comfort zone in a city like Pune, to go through all this for 1 year wasn't the easiest thing. So life also has very strange ways of showing you what you're capable of. You may not agree with all those ways, but I'm sure like after these 13 months, I can say that the end result is always good. So for whoever does this fellowship next, understand that you may not understand what's going through for those 13 months, but towards the end, you're going to come out a good person. Also, what helped me in this 1 year was the women I worked with. Try and find one way to draw strength and inspiration from the people around you to get you going, and that's what I tried doing, and that's helped me the most. Also, I'd like to say there's genuinely a very different side of India that most of us living in the city all our lives haven't seen. And it's so important to see that side to just become a better human being. Like, I think that's once you see both the sides of India, genuinely you'll come out and you have such a better perspective on life and what you should be doing in life. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex Arukesamy, and I am a SBI Youth for India Fellow 2017-2018 batch, and I was associated with Seva Mandir. The idea of working with a tribal community in rural Rajasthan for someone from down south with no real experience of living in North India was scary yet exciting. I had the opportunity to work with some of the most disadvantaged communities and NGOs who've had grassroots level workers with such intimate knowledge and understanding of rural India. And on a personal front, I believe that this experience has been a truly cathartic experience, and I can vouch for this fellowship, and I would urge young people to take up this fellowship to understand more about rural India.
Hi, my name is Sonal. I'm a Youth for India Fellow 17-18. I was working with Gram Vikas in Land of Snakes in Odisha. I was working with the tribal children. I was working for the upliftment and bringing up their confidence. And working with children is always an amazing experience. Besides the location, working in the beautiful rural India, it's always great. So, thank you.
Hello all of you, I am Gaurav. I worked with Biodevelopment Research Foundation in Champawat, Uttarakhand. It was a life-changing experience because we all know and we have a kind of basic mentality that पहाड़ में सब पानी है, सब कुछ है, वहाँ पे सारे resources हैं. But after knowing this reality in Himalayas, where Niti Aayog and all the big organizations are working to increase the water, so it was a great experience for me to work with the community, to provide them water and to reduce the problem of women drudgery in such a way that women have to carry water from up and down. So it was a great experience, a learning exposure for me. I will conclude by saying it's a very, very memorable journey of my life, and everyone should join, and it's a very lovely experience. Thank you.
Namaste, मेरा नाम अनुश्री तिवारी है. I am from Madhya Pradesh. Before coming and joining this fellowship, I have never thought that I would experience such a variety of people and experiences. हम सुनते हैं रूरल इंडिया के बारे में बहुत कुछ, किताबों में पढ़ते हैं, मूवीज़ में देखते हैं, पर जब हम वहाँ जाके एक्चुअली में रियलिटी को एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, इट्स कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट। मेरे लिए रूरल एक्सपीरियंस और पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस के अलावा ये फेलोशिप जर्नी बहुत अच्छी रही, क्योंकि मैं बहुत खूबसूरत लोगों से मिली। फेलोज़ जो यहाँ पे हमारे साथ काम करते हैं, दे आर ऑल वेरी पैशनेट अबाउट देयर वर्क, और इतना सपोर्ट और इतना आपको सीखने मिलता है हर इंसान से। This makes this fellowship journey beautiful for me. This is a 13-month of a lifetime that you will cherish for the rest of your life, and I think that every person should at least once in their lifetime try this opportunity of changing themselves and letting know what they actually are, who they actually are. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Parij. I'm from Assam and I've been working in Orissa for the last 13 months during my fellowship period. So people when ask me like, what do you do in the fellowship? I often tell them that I do exactly what Shah Rukh Khan did in the film Swades. And I'm working on a micro-hydroelectricity project. Those who have seen the movies, they'll understand. Those who have not seen the movies, please come to my location. You are welcome and you can see the project I'm working on. So during this fellowship, I got to work with the tribal population out there. And during the 13 months, I have learned how a simple life can be lived with basic necessities. And the location I'm working in is the Kalahandi district in Orissa. It's a place which is famous for having no network coverage. So it was difficult for me also to communicate with my friends, families and so on. But somehow during this fellowship, working with my co-fellows and with the community, you learn how to tackle all those problems and give the best out of you. So if you want to know more about the fellowship, you need to join the fellowship, and I welcome you all in doing so. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neha. I am a fellow of Youth for India 17-18 batch. I was working in Uttarakhand. I moved from Kerala to a village in Uttarakhand to explore the difficulties that the rural people face, and if whether we offer successful interventions, we can provide much better changes to the lifestyle. Uttarakhand, the moment I heard Kheti Khan, I tried searching it on a Google map, but I could not find it. So I was a bit skeptical on how to travel and how to reach there. But once I reached there, breaking the barriers with the community, telling them that I belong to a city life and telling them why I migrated back into the rural area was much more happening. For me, every day was more of an exploration. The deodar trees, the pine trees, the hills, the moving scenes from the sunset, from the sunrise to the sunset, everything was like picture perfect. But after, before every scene which becomes picture perfect, there are some difficulties that we always unsee, and those difficulties I was able to see about how much difficult it was for the women to live in such hilly terrain, and how much the topography posed several challenges for the women. All those problems, my problems seemed quite little in front of them, and the memories that I'm going to take back with this is that I earned a family, I earned the love, I'm so blessed to be a part of the community which will always let me know how they are doing, and which will always keep me posted of all the happenings in the village, all the mehendi sessions that we had with the didis, all the ghas kaatne wala sessions we had with the didis, going to the jungle, fetching the wood. Everything has been a very sweet memory, or else getting, it has been a wonderful journey. So I thank Youth for India for giving me this opportunity to explore the unexplored. I wish that I have this story always to say it to everyone about how a small incident changed my life, and how this 1 year has given me so many beautiful memories to look back and to feel proud of myself. And thank you, and please do take a step towards taking this fellowship journey to make stories of your own. Yeah, thank you.
So for me, this fellowship has been much more beyond just project. The experience that I have gained in these 13 months has been an institution in itself. So I was 21 when I joined this fellowship, and generally at this age, in early 20s, people are surrounded by materialistic aspirations, and thus I wanted to have a bigger spectacle to see life, which is why I joined this fellowship. And now at the end of these 13 months, I can evidently say that now I am much more clear, and I have definitely a better perspective towards life, for which the credit goes to this beautifully designed program of Youth for India. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pinky Verma and I am from Delhi. I worked in Murugananthapuram village of Ramanathapuram district in Tamil Nadu. My project was on revival of farm craft with women. I took up this fellowship to learn something different in an extreme difficult situation. That's why I went to Tamil Nadu to experience new culture and new things in life. And after this fellowship, I can totally say that this was the right platform for me to learn and experience communities and understand them on ground. So during this whole 13 months, I came across with very beautiful humans, my co-fellows, who were always with me whenever I was feeling little low or I was feeling sick. And big thanks, because of them, I could go through these 13 months. And yeah, it was really like very rich experience for me. And I will be remembering my fellowship journey for the life. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Gurunathan Karthik and I'm from Tamil Nadu, and I joined the fellowship because I wasn't satisfied with my previous job. But then again, that's everyone's story, isn't it? So I was a transportation planner. I studied I got my bachelor's in planning from School of Planning and Architecture, and then I worked for about a year. I really took up that job because my family was having issues with money. So I just had to help out in any way I can, or I could have. So yeah, but afterwards I realized, that was never really what I wanted to do, and I had to get into the development sector by hook or by crook. So I saw the opportunity. My girlfriend told me about this fellowship while she was, because she met a couple of fellows while she was volunteering at Seva Mandir, and I figured this would be a very nice opportunity and this could be the perfect way into this sector. And that's what I did. I was elated when I got the email with the green label on top, but I was still very confused because Gyan is someone who is too clever. And yeah, so during our interview, he was in the waiting room and he told us that he was an alumni and not really the program manager. And yeah, so he convinced me that I wasn't meant for this fellowship, and that was his test for me. Like, if I could overcome that, then I was meant for the fellowship. So he's very clever that way. Be careful of him. So yeah, I joined the fellowship. I was elated, but at the time I was confused. So I took a vacation. I was going on a vacation anyways. I decided on my vacation that I would join this, and I'm here, and now I'm done with it. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello everyone, I'm Chirag. This 13-month journey has been really like a roller coaster ride for me. Coming all the way from town, I've learned how to gel with the community very easily. So post completing my engineering, I joined the fellowship, and I want to learn the agriculture. And in the course of time, what I would have learned in the 4 years in the university, I learned during a year. And so I never knew that tribals would have such a warm, welcoming nature. So the community welcomed me with a big heart, and I started residing with them and eating with them during the course of time. And so there have been many critical days of the fellowship also, but I became a more resilient man. So this has been like one hell of a journey. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shivank. I'm a lawyer, and it's during law school that I got interested in public policy. So I thought, why not go work outside the system and see how policy implementation, or to say policy paralysis, works at the bottom of the pyramid. Because we urban folks usually end up criticizing the slow pace of development while not appreciating some of the constraints and the rigidity of the society at most of these rural settings. And I think it was a great transformational journey for me. I worked with a collective of women, and I've mostly lived in North India. I studied in East and ended up in rural Karnataka. So I got introduced to a lot of new customs, culture, politics of the place, social stratification. So I think I could truly appreciate what being a diverse country as India means. Thank you.